Kirby Air Riders just came out on Nintendo Switch 2, and it seems like it might end up being poised to be one of the surprise games of the holiday season. While I was kind of impressed with what I've played, I'm really surprised by how much Nintendo downplayed one of the game's best features. And I think it's actually going to end up being a huge selling point for fans and those that were on the fence. So, to recap, I got a chance to play Kirby Air Riders back in August at a Nintendo event. I enjoyed myself playing the game, but I never played the GameCube original, and I had a hard time acclimating to the button controls. Very unique style, and it's going to be divisive for a lot of people. It actually already is. But I kept at it. I played some of the demos. I still enjoyed it. Still figuring it out and trying my best to be able to be competitive. But the thing that Nintendo just did not do a great job of selling ahead of time is how amazing the customization options are in this game. So, in just a few short days, social media has been inundated with really great designs that people have come up with for their air ride vehicles. Now, the game doesn't offer a ton of customization options, but players are really coming up with unique things despite the limited abilities. So far, we have seen a lot of Pokemon, which as a huge Pokemon fan myself, like is really cool. There are designs based on Mega Chestnut, Deoxys, Latias, Kyogre, Lantern. So many different Pokemon already have air rider designs. And the beautiful thing is, like, you can go on the marketplace in this game and purchase these designs, not using real currency, like in-game currency, which is even better. So it's not some DLC thing. And I think that this is going to end up being one of like the big selling points for a lot of people. It's already giving me a lot of like big Metopia vibes. I got a chance to review Metopia when it came out on Switch, and I hadn't played the game when it came out on 3DS. So one thing that was really cool for me is I got to go on, Twitter and stuff, and I would just search out different character designs that people had come up with. So when I reviewed the game, my party consisted of these really great Miis that other people had come up with. And it just blew me away how creative fans were, with the 3DS version. And all those could be used in the Switch one. Now, obviously, Air Riders didn't have, a version for the original Switch or 3DS, but I think that this is going to be a selling point for a lot of people this holiday season. People that were on the fence are going to go, you know what? I need to do this. And on Christmas Day or whatever holiday you celebrate, if you get that game, you're now going to be able to like access all these amazing designs that people have already come up with just in the last few days. I did not expect Kirby Air Riders to be one of like the surprise like selling points for Switch 2. I thought it was kind of an interesting decision, especially given that Nintendo just released a Switch 2 version of Kirby and the Forgotten Land a few months ago. I don't understand why they did that at all whatsoever. But didn't seem to matter, didn't seem to stop anybody because it already looks like there's so much excitement surrounding this game. Now, the fact that Masahiro Sakurai was the director of this, I'm sure helps quite a bit. Sakurai has such a great record with the Smash Brothers games. I think that it's helped to elevate the hype around, a sequel to, a kind of not hated but not super well regarded GameCube game. So I think it's really interesting to see how that evolved, and it seems like he had a good time with this. But yeah, just some of these designs are absolutely incredible. I've seen, Paper Star designs based on Paper Mario. I have seen, images of designs for like, the squids from Splatoon, which I'm also a huge Splatoon fan, so that's exciting. SpongeBob SquarePants. I guess Sonic is not the only and the only racing game that has SpongeBob. Not official, but the designs are incredible. The fact that like people are out there and coming up with these things. Like I know that when I personally get a copy of Kirby Air Riders cuz I don't have it yet, I know that I'm not going to be able to come up with anything nearly as creative as other people are, but I'm excited to see more of what people come up with. Um I saw Hamtaro, which is like such a deep cut pull, and it's exciting. It's so cool to see. There's so much negativity online. It's everywhere, especially with video games and Nintendo. Like there was just a lot of negativity leading up to the Switch 2 launch, and then around Mario Kart's price, and it's nice to see people just really enjoying, a piece of media. Like, we're all having tough times right now. So anything that takes everybody's mind off things and makes everybody happier, it's wonderful. I get a kick out of seeing gamers generally amped up about something. And didn't expect it to be Kirby Air Riders. I'm not gonna lie to you. But really cool. It might end up being one of the surprise hits of the holiday season. So, if you're on the fence about whether or not you want to buy it, go out there, do a search on Blue Sky or Instagram, and just look at all of the incredible things that people are creating, because it's encouraging, and even if you're not, you're not going to buy Air Riders, it's still cool to see what people are coming up with. So, yeah, Kirby Air Riders. Who would have guessed it? But, you know, kudos to everybody involved in its creation, and kudos to the fans who are just creating and making fun content. So, I want to hear what your thoughts are. What's the best design you've seen? Have you created anything cool in the game yet? You can get a hold of me in the comments or on social media. I'm Mark the Champ on Blue Sky. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. Was this the surprise game? You weren't expecting to be as cool as it was. I'm still shocked about the $50 amiibo figures. I'm a huge amiibo collector, in case it's not obvious, but man, $50 for an amiibo is a little steep. So I'll be interested to see how those actually sell. If it'll be, if the prices will stay high, or if we'll see them cut down deep down like we saw with like Animal Crossing. But regardless, people are passionate about Kirby Air Riders, and that's a great thing to see. So get a hold of me. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the game. Tell me what you think of the designs. Tell me your favorite designs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll consider subscribing to DeChamps Rants and Reviews. We're here. We're talking about so much when it comes to video games and movies and comics and all kinds of stuff. Hope you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.